unobstructed. Number 4, putting something in the seizing person's mouth. In a panic-induced state at seeing someone having a seizure, a lot of people immediately try to block the person's mouth for fear of the victim biting their own tongue. This is actually dangerous for the victim and for the person trying to help. Another mistake is trying to restrain the person's movements. The thing to do instead is to turn the person over onto their side, which will help them breathe easier. Also, clear out the area of any dangerous objects the victim could hurt themselves on. Most seizures only last no more than 5 minutes, so you have to stay calm. If it goes past that, however, it's time to call for help. Number 3, prioritizing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation for heart attack victims. When it comes to cardiac conditions like a heart attack, the first step is to always dial emergency medical services. Then administer chest compressions or CPR. According to the American Heart Association, CPR can double or even triple the chances of someone's survival. Even if the victim isn't breathing and there isn't a heartbeat, the body has enough oxygen that you can help it circulate thanks to CPR. A common mistake is to think that mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is more important than chest compressions. But that's not the case according to the guidelines for CPR set by the American Heart Association. So, now you know that if a person near you collapses from a cardiac condition, focus on chest compressions and don't go near their face. Number 2, not knowing what you're doing. Again, good Samaritans mean well when it comes to helping someone in an emergency situation. But if you don't know how to, for instance, administer CPR or the Heimlich maneuver correctly, you can end up doing more harm than good. For example, someone might try to use CPR and forget that you have to tilt the victim's head back to keep the airway open. That can be a very dangerous blunder. That's why the first line of action in all serious first aid situations is to call for help and let a professional guide you through what you need to do. Number 1, using a tourniquet for a bleeding wound. Yes, tourniquets can stop a person from bleeding, but it's not a fix-all solution for any type of wound. If someone has a deep wound in their arm or leg, applying a tourniquet can stop the blood flow to the entire limb, which can actually starve the tissues of oxygen and possibly lead to amputation. Using a tourniquet should never be the first choice. You know by now that your first course of action should be to call for an ambulance.
ये एम्पुटेशन क्या है?